Day 1 of classroom setup. This is Primary Procedures. I'm Jody Robertson. I've got a long ways to go and only 5 days to do it.
Before. I pretty much need to get all of the stuff on this top cabinet and in these cubbies back over here. I need to set up my computer. So much to do. So here's my cords and what a mess they're in. I'm going to use these book rings to tidy them up. And again, I'm using these instead of those ties because instead of zip ties, because these are a lot more forgiving. So if I mess up, I can easily undo it, whereas a zip tie, you have to cut it. So good idea for your extension cords. So here's the finished product. It's not the prettiest, but I will be putting a cloth right here, so you're not even going to see them. But my main point of doing this was to get them off the floor all together. So I tied it around these, or clipped it around these, and then I clipped this to the table to kind of lift them up off the floor and just kind of get them all in one spot. They don't get all tangled. They're there to stay all year. And I will put a tablecloth around this so you're not even going to see them, but just a tip for some organization. So I've worked hard on laying out my classroom, getting my computer set up. Now I need to work on getting all my math manipulatives back where they need to go. So let me show you. I have these empty cabinets here and all my math manipulatives are right there in these cubbies. So I got to get all this back over here. Someone wants to work alone, or if I have to make them work alone because they can't control themselves, they'll be sitting here. Then here I have some more math manipulatives, cards and calculators and clocks. These tubs will be, I'll set them out here, and there'll be some math centers and games that they can have that they will use. These are our each has a table, so each table can take it out, take it to their seat, and it's like a math toolbox. So it has some base 10 blocks in it, some counters, some of these counters, blocks, not counters. It also has some little helpful hundreds, tens, ones, tens and ones, hundreds chart, number line, another number line, so they know that if they're struggling on their math, they can come and get a tub for their table, and they can use whatever's in here to help them solve whatever problem it is that they're solving. They'll also have a lot of these little charts in their math folder, but they're here in case they lose it or whatever. They'll be here in this tub also. I've done this for the past 2 years, these math toolboxes, and I love it because I don't have to worry about sorting and finding supplies. It's all there. The stuff that we use every day is all there. So might be something that you decide to do this year. Make some teacher math or some math toolboxes for your students. This won't have a curtain on it. This will just be out and open and ready for them to use. They really don't get into these. I'm usually the one that gets out these materials. Other than the blocks, they'll take one of these to their table. But, so I have, these are handy for organizing dice and dominoes. You know what? I just think I should have another one of these somewhere. Let me go find it. Where did it go? Or did I get rid of it last year? At one point I had 2 of those, but maybe I got rid of it. I don't see it. Maybe I got rid of it. Oh, there's a clock here. Just slide it in there. Again, I know it's not the prettiest and labels are falling off, but there's going to be a curtain over it. If you have a Promethean board in your room and your kids are going to interact with it, I suggest that you buy some sort of little stool for them to stand on, because there will be some shorties. This stool is really easy. It just picks up, goes down, Really easy, simple. I got this at Home Goods, so I'm sure you could find them anywhere though. But just a teacher tip, you might need a stool, or if you have a sink in your classroom, you might need a stool for your sink. Just things like that. A stool would come in handy. Anyone else listen to Disney on Pandora? I usually play that for my students. Anyways, I was cleaning out these cabinets, and I had some of these left over, but if I know these are kind of expensive, if you can get cleaner and Dawn soap and vinegar and water, and you can get all that at Dollar Tree, and just make you a cleaner for your classroom just to keep in here throughout the year. You're gonna need it, I promise. These work great. This microfiber cloth is also from the Dollar Tree, and you can just take it home and wash it, or wash it in the sink and let it dry. You're going to need something to clean with. My school doesn't provide, I mean, they do clean our tables and things, but you always are going to need something in your room to clean with. So this is a cheap option. Again, these are always good too, but they're kind of expensive unless you have your parents donate some, like open house. This might be something that you have on like a wish list for your parents to buy, some disinfectant wipes. If not, go get you, make your own cleaner at the Dollar Tree. Again, it's water, vinegar, and Dawn soap. Alright, so I got my spelling, phonics, word games together. These games were provided by my district. I did not have to buy them. This is build it, write it. Kids could do that. There's a memory game, so it's just index cards with words on it, and they sight words, and they play like memory match game. There's these cards. They're puzzles that they put together of sight words. Most of them are sight word games. Sight word bingo. I haven't opened this one yet. There's magnets down here and a blends chart. These are mostly used when we do like onset and rhyme activities. This is a game called BAM. So you pull out a stick and they take turns. Thought. They read it on the card. Don't. If they get one that says BAM, they have to put all their sticks back in. So they really like this game. There's never really like a winner. It just keeps going and going, so that's nice. But they really like this too, so I just have different sets of sight words in here that they can play. Then up here I have our writing center. We use Lucy for writing, and it requires a lot of like writing booklets, so I just keep those in there. I have nonfiction writing booklets, narrative writing booklets. I'll need to make more copies of those. Just extra stuff down here. When they finish publishing a story, I have them put it in a folder. These folders just have numbers on them, so I don't have to redo them every year. So they just put their finished pieces in their folder, and then I'll meet with them over their finished piece. This will be for my word study groups, just things that I'll keep in there. Right now it's right here. I'll just stick this stuff in there. So I'll have my word study group things, my clipboard, things like that in here. So that will be for me. So next, I am going to organize. So I have this stuff. However, I want to organize it into this bin and put it in here. A coworker was giving that away, so I thought I would snatch it up and grab it and use it. So I'm going to take some of that stuff and put it in there and put that in my closet. Alright, so here's my cabinet. So up here I have different colored papers organized by color in hanging folders. That might be a system you use to organize your papers. Construction paper and things like that. I just organize them in filing cabinet or in a file folders by color. These are just extra boxes that we'll probably use through the year for different things. Again, extra storage. Lots of miscellaneous things. Crayons, pencil pouches, a whole thing of pencils already. Ziploc bags, extra folders, a couple of extra binders in my bag if I need to take anything home. So there's that cabinet all organized. These are the student boxes that they'll be able to get to. So I have glue sticks, scissors, colored pencils, crayons, and a small thing of pencils that they can get to. So they'll have theirs set up out in the open where they can grab what they need. I'll put backup glue sticks and backup crayons and things like that. Probably in these tubs, maybe even these tubs. And I'll have to find a spot for all of those, but we'll get there. But so far I'm liking how this cabinet is turning out. Very clean and organized. Okay, so those numbers 1 through 9, I'm about to hang up there on the top. So these numbers are color-coded by tens facts. So 1 and 9 is red because that makes 10. 2 and 8 is green because that makes 10. 3 and 7 is blue because that makes 10. So it's just a visual aid for students to get their 10 facts down really quickly. I also added, my friend is cleaning out her classroom and changing her theme, so she got rid of those rugs, so I put it at my computer. I was going to get a rug anyways. It doesn't really match, but hey, it's free. So I'm going to keep that rug there. What else have I done? I think that's about it so far. So, my desk area. So this sticks to the board, and I keep my all of my different remotes in it. A few CD-ROMs that I have to have on hand. This is from the Target dollar spot. I just keep my markers, pencils. This is my math manipulatives and stuff that I might need as I'm teaching. It's just here and handy and ready to go. So that's what I keep on my teacher desk. So there it is now, up above my board. I like that a lot better because I'll be hanging my charts right here on this board. This board will have like partners, maybe our focus that we're learning. This board used to be our science board. I covered up the word science with that smash sign. And now I'm going to do like memories throughout the school year. So any pictures I take, I'm just going to print and post on this board. So it's just going to be like a timeline wall or just a memories board for our classroom. So I just brought in a load from my car. I was going to show you what I'm going to unpack. I bought this from my friend. She was making these. We do box tops at our school, and she made this little box top monster. How cute is that? I brought an oil diffuser. Sorry, I can't speak today. I've got a little tree for some decoration. Some pictures that I want to hang of my family. I want to see what else is in here. I went through my daughter's closet and collected a lot of little small toys. And over the summer we ate a lot of McDonald's, and I save all the little toys for my treasure box, so that's going to go in there. I went to Learning Oasis, which is a local teacher store, and bought some supplies for my classroom. Got some superhero name tags. I also bought this magnetic tins frame set. Got some birthday bracelets. Some labels. I use these for nameplates, and I put a Velcro dot on the back, and then kids, because we change seats a lot in my room, so kids will, that way they can pick up their name tag and move wherever they need to go. I bought just a record book to keep like any checklist I need to keep or grades I need to put in here, obviously. And I bought this big timer that's going to go on my whiteboard. So a lot of times I'll say to kids, oh, we're going to read for 20 minutes, or so I can set the timer, or let's you have 10 minutes to get this done, and so I set the timer. Normally I use my timer on my computer, but I thought this would be a good visual for them to see, so I like this, and I also like that it counts by 5 so that they can also see that. Let's see what else I brought. Oh, I brought some spray from Walmart because, you know, kids are stinky. And I bought these. So I was thinking about doing some flexible seating, setting my tables lower to the ground, and they could sit on this. Or if they just want to use these as like pillows and like lay down around the room to read or something like that, there's another option. So yeah, so I'm just gonna put all of this stuff up and then I'll get back. Okay, I got that stuff put away like I had planned, and I want to show you, I put some personal touches in my classroom, so it's just pictures of my family and my husband and my kid. Over here I have, I'm gonna get far away so you can't see their faces, but I have pictures of the classes that I've had in the past. Down here I put a picture of me as a 2nd grader. This is a good little introduction for like the first week of school. I could talk to the class about what life was like as I was a 2nd grader. And then I can go into what life is like for me now, just to kind of, you know, get a personal touch on it with them. So there's some tips there. Right now I think I'm going to open these boxes and see what goodies I got. I did help a teacher, and yeah, this is some of the lucky things that I got that donors have donated to me, so I'm really excited to open these bad boys up and see what's inside. I cannot express my gratitude to all the people who have donated these lovely gifts. If you haven't checked out Help a Teacher on Facebook, go check them out. You upload a Amazon wish list and people support you and donate to your classroom. Great idea for a first-year teacher. Ball. So excited. What else I need scissors. I got some Expo markers. You know everyone needs Expo markers. I have a note here. Let's see what it says. It just says cake. It's like Christmas, but for teachers. Christmas in July. Some pencils. Who doesn't need pencils, right? Glue sticks. So exciting. I got stronger than the box. Oh, yay! I got another one of those balls, so that's 2 balls now for flexible seating in my classroom. Let's open the rest here. I had to pause the camera, make sure you were actually getting me in the frame. Oh, yay! Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. I got another ball. Another one, yay! So I have 4 of these now. That's going to be so exciting for my flexible seating. I'm so excited. Oops. Let's see, what else is going on? Oh, this is what I was excited about too. It's really heavy. So, these are little bitty desk, so you can sit on the floor on your bottom and use a miniature desk. Let me show you. I'll figure out how to get it open. So this, you just pop out the legs and voila.
so kids can sit on the floor on their bottom and then use this as a tabletop to write. How exciting is this? Oh, I love these. I picked out these. I love these because the legs fold down and they're easy to store, so they can take them out when they want to use them, put them back when they're finished. Perfect. And I got, let's see how many of these I got. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these little tables. So this is going to be so exciting for the kids to use. So I'm realizing as I'm putting some supplies away that I don't have one of these bins for markers. So it's very easy what I do to make these labels. Let me show you. I have these labels that just come from a local teacher store. And I have this label maker. If you do not have a label maker, get a label maker. I promise you. They're like 20 bucks at Walmart. I use this on everything. Like, here's how I made my reading intervention. I mean, I use it on everything. My binders. Get you a label maker. I promise you won't regret it. Anyways, so you just hit print, type in the word, hit print. Then you peel the back. I'm going to sit you down to do that. Once you peel the back, you just stick it on there, and then you can stick it on your container. These peel off and stick, so then I can just stick it on my container. I'm just going to peel the back off here and stick it on the front of my box. Now, what protects these labels is packaging tape. That's going to be another best friend in the classroom, is packaging tape, because it can work as a protector over surfaces. Instead of laminating a lot of stuff, I just put packaging tape over this, and I promise you it's going to last. That's what these have. They're just, it looks like it's laminated and then stuck on, but it's not. It's just packaging tape is over it so that it protects it. So, next all I have to do is add packaging tape before I go home today is organize the stuff. Some of this stuff stays here. Some of this stuff needs to get down from here. So, I'm going to put some of this stuff where it needs to go. And I'm going to call it a day. Okay, so this is done for the most part. There's some stuff on the wall that I want to change. So, I want to take this calendar that's right here and move it right here on this door where it's more accessible. Last year I had it way up here, and you can see that it still says December. So I failed at actually changing the calendar because it was too high. So I think if it's down here, not only will it be better for me, but it will be better for the students because I can put in like important dates and stuff on the calendar that they can see, like a birthday balloon or something like that. Because my calendar set comes with little birthday hats, birthday cupcake, no school, holidays, stuff like that. So I think if it's lower, and I'll put it right here on the door, that will be better for them and for me, so that it's easier to change. And if it's there, I might could have a student job as a person who changes my calendar, whereas when it's up there, I can't allow a student to do it. And I've had students do it in the past, so I know second graders can handle it. You just gotta teach them how to do it. So once I move that, then I'll probably just put these superhero words over top of this somehow, just to kind of make it flow and look a little bit better. But for the most part, I think this is done. So over here I have stuff like my sub-tub. This is our first math unit that we're going to do. I'll need to make copies this week of our math unit, and I'll put them here. Copy paper. These are just some quick reference for some math and reading interventions. Just some quick activities that I have sorted by different topics. I'll make a video about that later.
pencils, sharpener for the kids, although they don't have permission to use it. This, I'm doing something different this year. So in the past, I've just had kids turn in work in a basket. This year, I'm going to do it differently. I'm going to label some hanging files with just their number on it, and they have to turn in their work by their number, so I can look through here and see what papers I have missing for the week. I think that will be a good quick check, or who brought their homework or who didn't. I can go through and see if they have in all the papers that they're supposed to have turned in for that week. So I hope that works out this year. Then we have our little Feed Me Monster nightly reading folders. This is they have a reading log, so they'll put that in there. This is their mailboxes, so every Tuesday they'll take their papers home that I file in here, or sometimes they might help me file in their spot. And then here's their supplies. Now the most common things they'll be taking, because they'll already have crayons at their desk and most likely pencils at the desk, so the most common things that they'll be using here are glue sticks and scissors. Now I don't keep these out all the time. I've learned that doesn't work for me or my students. I've learned that just take them out when you need them. So that's what I like to do. If we need a project that requires glue or scissors, we take them out. I don't have them sitting out on the tables. I don't do classroom supply, like table supplies for each. I like my own personal stuff, and I'm sure the kids do too. So each kid has a pencil pouch that they keep their pencils in and their crayons in, and erasers if they bring in erasers. But for the most part, I collect all glue, all scissors, and they don't get it unless we need it. It doesn't stay out at all. So yeah. Let's see. So in our teacher's lounge, teachers put things that they don't want anymore in there. So I picked up a few goodies. I picked up these. They have old crayons in them, but I'm not picky. I'm going to put these playing cards in them instead of in these, because they're rounded, so they don't stack very well in this bucket. So I'm going to use these because, as you can see, they stack a lot nicer. And these I'll just give to the kids to put their crayons in their pencil pouch, because a lot of times, you know, that little box that they have breaks, crayons go everywhere, or the bottom of it gives out and the crayons fall out. So I could give the kids these. I might have to get a few more, but these are like cheap from Walmart in the travel section. So I could give the kids these to store their crayons in. So I'm going to switch all these out, put cards in all of these. I also got, there was tons of glue sticks in there. I don't know why someone would put those away. So I'm going to put these glue sticks up, and every year, so teachers put these in there. They're little, it says My Little Writing Book, but I like to put these in my treasure box. Kids love these for like a little drawing book at home or something. They love to take these for my treasure box. So one man's trash is another man's treasure. Definitely, for sure, in this situation. So my original thought was to give these to the students for the pencil pouches. However, I don't have enough for the whole class. Another good use for these, though, is if you do word sorts and kids have to keep up with their spelling words, this is a great place to put their spelling words to keep up with them all week. So I was thinking in my spelling groups, I could use these maybe to keep sight word cards, or in my reading group, like put some little cards in here for sight words or my spelling group words, whatever words we're working on. I think that would be another great idea to for these. So I'm gonna go put those over there, put this up, and call it a day. Well, thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you got lots of great ideas to help you in your own classroom. I'm going to give you a final view of all the energy I put into my room today and what I've got accomplished. Stick around for tomorrow's video. I worked from 9 o'clock this morning until right now it is 5 o'clock, so it was a pretty
busy, long day. So I'm ready to get out of here, go snuggle my baby girl, see my husband, eat some dinner. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. So here's just a final scan of my room from today. It's getting to look more like a classroom. Thank goodness I already had the decorations ready on the wall. This is my third year to use them in this school, so all I had to do was change a few things here and there. There you have it. Can't wait to see what tomorrow has in store.